should be fine. Close this and this and this. Don't need it. Live. Ah, there we go. Okay. Camera is on, yes. The camera is on. Is that okay? Music is not. Yet. It will be. Should have had this done before I went live, but that would mean being organized. And that's just not something I do. Who summoned you? Who did summon you? Someone said your name 3 times and you appear. How's my mic, by the way? Is it okay? I mean, I'm a very soft-spoken person, so some people say, oh, you're too quiet with the mic. I'm like, my mic is at full input volume. The output is also at full. Well, actually, the mic's only halfway, but I could increase the mic itself, but that would mean adjusting a whole bunch of stuff. It's not a Maddie stream if she's prepared. Hey, that's mean. It's true, but it's mean. How dare everybody. Oh, I just noticed my watermark is actually covering up Maddie. Okay, whatever. I don't care right now. All I want to do is tweet that I'm streaming. That's the first thing. And then set up the music. Oh wow. This is Superchat. Doodles. Doodle. Shut up, eBay. No one cares. My phone is right on my desk right now and it's not muted, so I've been bidding on a whole bunch of Lorcana cards. Yeah, I'm a bit late to the game, literally, but it's just collecting the cards because I like the art on them, and I follow some of the artists that make the art for the Lorcana cards. So I have several rules in what ones that I buy. I don't spend silly money, so no enchanted and only foils if they're under a certain amount. Another rule is I'm sticking with Hercules cards right now. Then I might expand into other movies, maybe, after I've completed the Hercules set. But that's going to take some time. I can show you the cards I have on stream if you guys want to see them, but I don't think it's all that interesting. Superchat Doodle live stream. Superchat Doodle live stream. That'll do. Alright. There. Done. Hi, I am new here, and are you taking drawing requests at the moment? The live stream is for Superchat Doodles, so if you want to request a drawing like while I'm streaming, you can do that. The rules are in the description below for that. I am also open for commission pieces as well. You can find the prices for those in the description below. The main difference is that the Super Chat Doodles are exactly that. They are quick doodles for fun. So you can donate as much or as little as you want for one of those. The main rules for that is no OCs. They have to be safe for work and they have to be simple as well. And so sometimes some people they'll put in a Super Chat donation, which I highly appreciate. But then what they request is really too complex for me to draw fast. So I have to ask them to request something different. If you have any more questions, let me know. But yes, I am open for requests for Super Chat donations or for commission. Alright. Oh yeah, music. That's what I was doing. Shut up, eBay. You know what? I'm gonna check this real. No, not. I'm gonna mute my phone. That's what I'm gonna do. No, not lock my phone. Mute my phone. I also think I'm concerned that I have hay fever, and we were out today, and we've come back, and in spite of having taken my allergy tablets, my sinuses are acting up. I've also got a little bit of a cough, so I'm really hoping I haven't caught something. Okay, so you're hopefully muted now. There. Alright. Did you and Mr. Kick shoot off fireworks? No, I'm from the UK, so we don't celebrate 4th of July for very obvious reasons. And my husband Kick he's a veteran and he doesn't like fireworks, so we didn't set off any fireworks, no. Okay. On a random note, my week of house sitting at Sea of Cats is coming to an end as I'm waiting on our ride to appear. Oh, the Sea of Cats, but I've been enjoying seeing all the photos you've been posting in the Discord server. Wah. Hey Maddie, how's your day been today? Good. I went to Hobby Lobby this morning to buy some stuff. I'm going to GalaxyCon in Raleigh, North Carolina, at the on the Friday of whatever that is, and I'm making a cosplay for it. I don't have very long to make it, like a couple of weeks, but I'm going to try my best. So, yeah. But at least they play Katy Perry's Fireworks song in the UK, right? British people don't celebrate the 4th of July. Why would they celebrate... Why would they celebrate that? Anyway, if you know your history, you'll know why. Sounds fun. Have you been to GalaxyCon before? We attended last year, and that was mainly because I bought tickets because Kate Mulgrew was going to be there. Kate Mulgrew plays Captain Janeway on Star Trek Voyager, and Admiral Janeway in Star Trek Prodigy, and as well as Hologram Janeway. And I can't say the other thing because that's a spoiler. Okay. Yeah. So she was going to be there, but then the writer's strike happened, so she cancelled. But we went to the con anyway because there was a couple of other people I wanted to meet as well. So I met Richard Horvitz, he is one of the best celebrity meets I've had ever. He was so sweet and funny and really engaging in conversation, and so that was cool. And then Tate Donovan, who voiced adult Hercules, I met him. He's really shy actually, which was kind of sweet and unexpected. And then I got John Delancey's signature again, because the first time I met him, I got him to sign a Discord figurine which I donated to a charity auction. So then I went to get his signature again, and that I got a Star Trek Q 8x10 signed by him. He's a grumpy old man. I love him. It's such a grumpy, tired old man. Clearly an introvert as well. So, yeah. Horvitz is just amazing, yes. I heard Ireland does the 4th as a drinking holiday. That wouldn't surprise me, but I've never been to Ireland, so wouldn't know. I only know a couple of Irish people. Okay. In the UK we have the I guess the equivalent of 4th of July for the UK is Guy Fawkes Day, which is in November on the 5th. So we associate fireworks with winter, not summer. So you can look up what Guy Fawkes Day is yourselves, but it's not really something I want to discuss in a live stream. for reasons. So, yeah. Because I don't want to get into politics, basically. Okay. We're just sitting chatting about stuff right now. Did he recognize you? No. The first time I met John Delancey, that was in late 2019, I think. It was either October or November, I can't remember. And I was cosplaying as Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. So, that, like, with the red wig and the makeup and the dress and everything. So, he wouldn't have recognized me at all. So, I just mentioned, oh, I met you at MCM Glasgow, and he was like, oh yeah, I hear the accent. So, I mean, the guy's not going to remember everybody he meets. That would be an unfair expectation. So, I was just happy that I got a signature from him that I'm able to keep. It's beside my TV right now, beside my Voyager statue. So, yeah, I'm a Trekkie. I love Star Trek so much. Especially right now, if anybody is part of the Star Trek fandom, I really do encourage you to check out Star Trek Prodigy. It's amazing. It just got the second season on Netflix. And if you're fans of Voyager especially, Star Trek Prodigy is basically a sequel to that. So, check it out. It's amazing. So amazing. Anyway. Fireworks in the winter. She must take a lot of heat for the fireworks wick to get sparkling. No, because lighters are a thing? Oh, man. I know, it's just a joke, but whatever. Oh, what's Mary's cutie mark? Her cutie mark is one big heart with a little heart next to it. I don't have an awful lot of pictures with her cutie mark, but let me open the one that I do remember that shows her cutie mark. This will take me a minute. Let's see. This will take a while. Where are you? Yeah, because her cutie mark is always covered up with her cape. So, why are you not showing up? Oh, that's why. There it is. It's the wrong way round on this piece. It's that the little heart should be on the right, not the left, but whatever. It's fine. Thank you, past me, for screwing that up. Recommend that you use stream bitrate. Ugh, okay, whatever. OBS is telling me that there's been a drop in the bitrate. It happens. A jubilee is not anything, like, the actual meaning behind the jubilee is not anywhere near what the meaning for 4th of July is. A jubilee is celebrating coronation, whereas the 4th of July is celebrating America's independence from the English. So it's not quite the same thing. I mean, I guess you could relate the two things because Independence Day it's like celebrating America's separation from a monarchy to a democracy, but it's date wise, yes, it's close, but the things that we do to celebrate are kind of similar, I suppose. But I don't really celebrate things to do with the royal family, so it's not really something I'm all that into. Okay. Oh, that would be a thing. I need to have my water beside me. I'll go get that in a second. Speaking of, I'm working on my MLP G5 series on film fiction. I don't know if you check out that site, but a couple of people are liking it so far. I'm glad people are liking the fiction you're writing. Film fiction is not something that I really look into anymore. I used to, but not so much now. Back in my college days I did, but no. I learned the universal cat distribution system is real. I was chosen by one of the cats for the past week. If I stepped outside, they'd love me to death. Yes. Are cutie marks on both sides of... No. Are cutie marks on both sides? On my characters, they are, because that's the norm. I think on some toy manufacturing, they have it just on one side, and I think in G5, they just have it on one side. Sorry about the Discord beep, but yeah. Is that a Norwegian flag in the background? Yes, it is. It is a Norwegian flag. Given to, well, I can't remember if it was given to me or if it was left behind deliberately or by mistake by Flitter Triz, but she came to visit last November and she left her flag. She's claimed the apartment in the name of Norway, so. So, let's see. Did you, the Declaration was signed August 2nd, July 4th as part of adopting the Declaration of Independence. Yeah. A lot of the details I'm not sure about because obviously I didn't grow up in America, so American history is not really something I'm educated on. So there's some details I will not remember all that much. I liked how Maddie looked in the second half of Breaking the Budget, the fanfiction art style part of it. Oh, and oh gosh, the commentary for that video will be out soon, I hope. I'm not editing that commentary, so I don't know when it's coming out. I think Takara is editing that part, but we do mention who did the fan art for that, and I think the artist for that is in the description of the video. If it's not, then I'll poke doc about that. But the artist is we do say their name in the commentary. I believe Thespio does, which is great because I didn't know the artist. G5's version only has their cutie marks on one side. Yes. Would Mary Sue like other Mary Sue characters? No, because there can only be one. There can only be one Mary Sue. You are now a proud Norwegian. I thought she sent you the flag. No, she came to visit last November for a week and brought a whole bunch of Norwegian stuff with her, which was really sweet. I think I somewhat made my own version of Twilight Sparkle because my OC Limeade I made in October last year was won a unicorn and she's now an alicorn. Okay. It's for the signing of the day we got independence from England. Yes. I mean, a lot happened within those dates, so yeah. But yes, Brits don't really celebrate it. Because why would Brits celebrate treason, basically? I mean, some people use it as an excuse to drink, but whatever. I don't drink anymore, so there's that. Okay, so there's the one of the very few pictures with Mary showing her cutie mark. Would Blitz love Equestria? Probably. Say, Maddie, I'm working on my pricing for my 3D modeling products. Do you have any recommendations? Sadly, I don't know anything about 3D modeling. But what I would say is calculate how much time it takes you to make a 3D model and then figure out what you would think your hourly rate should be. And look up what your minimum wage is in your country. And don't take anything less than minimum wage per hour you work. But also look at what other 3D model makers charge for their commissions and then go with that. Because, again, I really don't know. So, Oh, no worries. Thank you for asking. Because pricing commission work it's very difficult and very competitive, especially when you're just starting out, because a lot of artists that just start out price their stuff ridiculously low and then they're ending up like drawing, if they get a lot of interest, they're not earning enough based on how long they're working on stuff for. So then they can't really invest what they're making back into what they're doing. So it's kind of like the Flintstones car thing. Like, they're going somewhere, but their feet are going like this. And it's like all of that energy, and you're hardly making anything. You're not getting anywhere with it, you know? So I think it's also to do with like valuing yourself, knowing your worth. Because I've heard a lot of like artists that just start out doing commissions. They're like, oh, but other people price it like $5 for a full color piece, and or like a flat color, full color, whatever. I'm like, $5? That would barely get you a coffee and a muffin from a Starbucks. Surely your work is worth more than just a coffee and a muffin from Starbucks, you know? Because if you want to do it like, if you want it to like help you with everyday living, then it's important to understand the value of your time, because you're not just making a piece of art. People are paying for your time, and you've put a lot of effort into learning how to do your craft, so you need to compensate yourself accordingly and not let other people dictate what they think your work is worth. Because I mean, I've had people tell me, oh, you're overpriced for what you make. I'm like, okay, sorry about that, but then I'll have like several commission orders from people that have no problem with paying my prices. So it's I think because I've been doing commissions for a long time, I have put my prices up through the years, and that's brought how many orders I get down. But it means that I'm able to do like one piece for a decent amount of money, so it's beneficial, you know? I'm not working for peanuts, basically. $2018, okay. It's good to build up a portfolio showing examples of your work as well that people can look at. And to have a price list of what you do that shows examples. So like, you'll find my price list in the descriptions. So there's that as well, because some people will just have like a text thing, and I'm like, no, you need to show people what you can do. You need to, like, you know, people aren't going to like scroll through a Word document to see your prices. That's just not how it works. Like, think of it like when you go to a restaurant and there's a menu. Like, most places that have a menu will also sometimes, not always, but sometimes will have a picture of what the food is that you're going to order. And if they don't, then they'll have the name and then the ingredients alongside it. I do prefer having the image and the ingredients, and obviously with the food law, you have to have the ingredients on menus now for allergy reasons, but that didn't used to be a thing, at least not in the UK. So yeah, I'm just going off on a tangent here, so let's circle back. Yeah, we were talking about working on pricing the 3D modeling products. I hope that answered your question. You take fan art, Maddie? Of course! I love receiving fan art from you guys. That would be awesome. The best way to send it to me is either on Twitter or Instagram. And then I repost it to support the person that made it, and I also share it in the Discord server so more people can see it. So yeah, I love getting fan art. It makes all of the hard work so worth it. It's wonderful. I love it. Okay, okay. Maybe he just really values the Coffee and the muffins. How do you get yourself out there? I draw and people say it's great, but as soon as I open commissions, not a single person wants it. So, I think I have an advantage because I'm a YouTuber, and so people already know me for that, which, um, which does help to get yourself out there. But I also have my characters, Maddie and Mary, as mascots or characters that represent me. So then people see Maddie on my prize list and they'll be like, oh, it's that person. So it's you build a brand, and it's also about building and developing your own distinctive style, which takes a long time to do. And styles are always evolving and changing. And then obviously your drawing capability always, hopefully, is improving as well as you work on your portfolio work to learn new skills, new things to do. Another way to get yourself out there is to draw IP stuff. Fan art has a big reach and people will instantly look at it because it's a character that they recognize. Or you'll draw something of high detail that's for fantasy or, you know, Dungeons and Dragons stuff or sci-fi stuff that is really popular to get yourself out there as well. I think one of the things that got me out there was finding a niche. And my niche for a while was definitely MLP stuff. That was a big, important vehicle to get me to this point. And I still fall back on MLP as an IP now and then. Of course I would, because, I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't be where I am now without that IP. So, yeah, there's that. Having a good balance between drawing fan art stuff and your original stuff as well is important. Do I have a Tumblr? I have one, but I don't really use it because I didn't really get much traffic there. But I get most of the traffic from Twitter and Instagram, and Twitter seems to be working the best for me in regards to getting work. So I'm just posting that on there. So I have a DeviantArt account. I don't post stuff on there because DeviantArt is sugar honey iced tea when it comes to their stance on AI generated imagery, and I don't want any part of that. So although my page is still up, I'm not posting stuff on there. And I have all of my links to Twitter and Instagram and Patreon on there, so people can contact me that way or by email, but I am not taking or responding to any notes on there because I just don't look at it. I don't want to give DeviantArt any of my attention anymore, which is really sad because I've had that page since 2012, but I can't do it. I don't want to support something that is just full of AI generated art now. And they not only is it full of it, DeviantArt promote it. And so I'm like, no, I don't want any part of that anymore. What's your favorite thing you've ever drawn? Oh gosh. I love drawing Mary a lot, and I think I don't really have a favorite like piece I've ever drawn. But I love drawing Mary because she's so much more expressive than Maddie is. To a point. I mean, I'm trying to push Maddie to be more exaggerated, but not too far because she's meant to be the more serious one. So I think there's only like a couple of exceptions to that. Well, like I just said, I don't use even art anymore. But you can draw more fandom stuff, but please draw stuff that you are a fan of. Don't just draw it just because it's popular, because that is I have a story. I was in a group of artists that vend at conventions, and this was like 2017 and maybe 18, I don't know, not important. That was when Stephen King's It remake was released, so Pennywise was really popular, and so a lot of vendors were making art of Pennywise. And one vendor asks, how can I draw Pennywise to the level that it needs to be to sell it? And I said, watch the movie. And they took big offense to that. But they hadn't seen the movie, so I'm like, but if you haven't seen the movie, then you're not really a fan of it, really. You're just drawing it just because it's popular, which I feel is just pointless. Because you're just drawing something for money. You're not drawing it because you're passionate about it. So you're just churning out crap, you know. So it's like, yes, you need to draw stuff that people will recognize, but make sure that you're putting yourself into it as well. Don't just draw it just because it's popular, you know. Because it's like Amazing Digital Circus, Has-Been Hotel, and Hell of a Boss are really popular, and a lot of vendors are like making stuff for that. And I mean, I've drawn stuff for Has-Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss and stuff, but I don't feel right about selling it, because if you've watched my videos for those two shows, I don't have a lot of good things to say about it. So I'm like, I don't really want to draw stuff to sell if I don't consider myself a fan. So there's that. And it's a difficult balance to get right. I think it's all about finding your identity and not necessarily like drawing stuff just to make money or to be famous or that. You have to enjoy what you do, and if you're not enjoying it and you're just doing it to make money, then you might as well just go and flip burgers in a fast food joint, you know. It's like, or in a factory place, whatever. So I really think that a lot of artists that I've come across in vendor halls just churn out stuff and their passion is just not there. And you can tell when it's not there. When there's just, oh, this IP is popular right now. Oh, I'm going to draw Batman because Batman's popular. Oh, look, it's sold. Yay, let's make more Batman stuff. It's like that episode of like when Rarity's making the same dress over and over. Like, she loved the first one she made, but then when she's making the same thing over and over, it just becomes a conveyor belt of the same. Like, there's a difference between consistency and repetition, you know, that's what I'm trying to say. So, be consistently passionate about what you're doing, and if you're not passionate about it, then a change needs to happen. And like I've tried to make changes with my stuff, but you know, it's like, oh, I'm gonna draw this because that's what everyone else is doing, just follow the crowd kind of thing. And I've just decided, you know what, I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm just gonna make sure that I'm happy, and if I'm making money on top of that, then even better. So yeah, it's not an easy road. It's definitely not an easy road. I completely spaced. I got a donation for a Superchat drawing. I am so sorry. Aurora Honeydew. I'm sorry, Aura Honeydew. Thank you for your donation of $10. Maybe was you hypnotizing Maddie with a swinging watch, but also accidentally hypnotizing herself. Okay. I'm going to be right back because I need to get my water. So I will be back shortly. So I'm just going to hide the camera for a moment too. Where's the camera? There it is. I'll be right back. Right, I'll get the camera back on in a second. Where are you? There you are. It's like, where's the camera? Why is a British person drinking water, not tea? Do you know how hot it is? I'm not going to have tea when it's this hot. Good lord. I live in NC. It is ridiculously hot today. I haven't seen the new Clark Kent design. I don't really keep up with Superman stuff. Okay, so we are the super chat ideas. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, let's do this. Set up the canvas. Nope, I need it darker than that. Usually go about much better. Okay. Like I said last time I streamed, I make the canvas grey just purely because it helps to prevent glare. If you're drawing on a white canvas, you're going to get bad eye strain. So you're better making the canvas darker. Okay. Mary hypnotizing Maddie. But she also hypnotizes herself. Oh, another question about your super chat. Do you want the human versions of Maddie Mary or the pony versions? That's the question. As an American, the only thing I'm allowed to drink is Coke from McDonald's. Gross. Do you have a favourite kind of tea? Just Tetley tea, black, with a spot of milk in it. Caramel's nice, yeah, and I like rooibos and lemon and ginger. So there's iced tea, but I'll assume you don't care for it. No, I don't like iced tea. Yeah. Thoughts on Fallout Equestria? Bloody brilliant. Bloody brilliant. I love Fallout Equestria so much. I've only listened to an audio reading of the story. I've not actually sat down and read it properly. But I love Fallout. I loved Fallout before I loved MLP. So, a crossover of two of my favourite franchises? Yes, please. I love it. And, Fiora Tank Girl is a lovely person. I hope to get to know them better. Yeah. We'll see. Iced tea is just fancy juice. Yeah, I don't like iced tea. Boneless wings, chicken nuggets, ugh. I mean, the food, the processed food in America and the additives and all of the preservatives they put in their food, like, if any of you are from Europe or the UK or have been to Europe or the UK, you will know and see a difference between the food quality when you go to another country. And so, just, the food here is just, the food culture in this country is ridiculous. So, yeah, processed food is everywhere, and I try my best not to consume it because it's very bad for you. It's very bad for the environment too. That's my water because I'm a heathen apparently for drinking water instead of tea. I love the Fallout games, my favourite one being Fallout 3 because that was the first Fallout game I ever played, and then I played the others. I mean, New Vegas is good. I say New Vegas is a good game, but I don't feel like it's a good Fallout game. It doesn't feel like a Fallout game to me. Just my opinion. Fallout 4 is frustrating. There's so much wrong with that game. And the main thing is, another settlement needs your help. Ugh, great. So, I find it best to just skip that whole thing. As an American, I try to avoid processed food, but it's not easy. No, it's not easy. And it takes a lot of effort to avoid processed food. Because that basically means you have to cook everything from scratch, so you know exactly what's in your food. But But yeah, let's get going with the first super chat, Doodle. I'm talking a lot, so... Oh yes, I'm waiting for an answer about my question. Whether it's the pony versions or the human versions. Or yeah, or Honeydew, do you want the human version or the pony versions? I'm saying it wrong. I'm so sorry. It's Aurora. That's not. Never mind. Tell me how to say your name. That would help. Discord is beeping at me. Oh, good lord. Oh, okay. That's fine. Just gonna do a thing real quick. Where am I? Where's... I thought I had that open. Okay, fine, whatever. I do have it open. It's just in a different window. I'm done. Okay, there we go. Right, that's what I want. Right, there. Live stream for a bit. Boom. There. Because I didn't post the link in my Discord server. I am the worst person ever. Oh wait, I didn't tell my Patreon supporters I'm streaming. Oh no. Oops. Okay. Still waiting for the answer. Unless you already posted it and I haven't seen it. Would you like Maddie in Fallout Equestria style? Sure. I've drawn Maddie and Mary in Fallout, their humanoid versions, but not the pony versions. So, yeah. I don't know. How this is going to work. I'm reading over the chat trying to find the answer to the question I asked and I can't see it. Yes, I'm from Scotland. Though I live in America now. Or Honeydew, answer my question. Is it the pony version or the human version? I need to know. Can't start the super chat until I know. Hey. I like both the human version and pony versions. That's awesome. Thank you. But I'm asking Aura Honeydew whether they want the pony version or human version for their super chat request. And unless I'm going blind, I can't see the answer to the question. So I might just do the human versions. At least I can do the skeletal drawing and then I can change it. It wasn't your super chat donation though. Shemaine man. Scottish. I refer to myself as a Brit, but yeah, because British is in the UK. There's 4 countries. The United Kingdom is a kingdom of 4 different countries. England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales. So, depending on your political stance, you could refer to yourself as a Brit because all four nations are considered Britain. But if you don't, certain political stances people don't like referring to themselves as British because they want to be independent from the United Kingdom. So they refer to themselves as Scottish or English or Northern Irish or Welsh. And so I don't care. I mean, I refer to myself as a Scot or a Brit. So, because my mother is actually English, not Scottish. So, you know, my political stance I don't want to get into, but I really don't care whether it's Brit or Scot. But when people ask me where I was born, I say Scotland. I never say Britain. It's a headache because the way that other countries are educated about the United Kingdom, especially Americans, is so wrong because so many Americans I've met think that the United Kingdom is all England. And so they refer to Scotland as a part of England. And I'm like, no. England is part of the United Kingdom. England is part of Britain. So when people say, oh, they're British, I'm like, yes, which country are they from? Yeah, it's kind of similar, like someone says, oh, I'm from America, and they say, okay, what state are you from? So it's kind of like that, except instead of states, it's countries, nationalities. So and obviously with the United Kingdom being an island as well, it's that's a whole thing as well. Anyway, I mean, I'm married to an American, so yeah. I'm not getting an answer, so I'm just gonna do the human version. Or no, I'm not. I'm gonna do the pony version because screw it, they're easier to draw. You know what? Make the thing bigger. There we go. And if this is wrong, then tough noogies, you didn't answer my question. So, nah. Flip a coin, let fate decide. Hello, I am Harvey Dent. I don't believe in choice. I believe in chance instead. The law of chance. Anyway. So they're both hypnotized. Because Mary screwed up, apparently. It's a paradox. Can Mary Sue hypnotize herself? Well, Mary Sue can do anything and everything, including defeating herself. That's what we call a paradox. She is her own worst enemy. So her other proof will be up here, because that's the one that's holding the watch. It's just swinging back and forth. Hypnotize. Say after me, I am a wild boar, I am a wild boar, I am a wild boar. You are a wild boar, you're a wild boar, you're a wild boar. If anyone in the chat knows what that's from, you get a gold star. That would be a very small chance that anyone would know what that's from, because that is actually the English dub to a French film, so I highly doubt people would get the quote. But, you know, you never know. You never, ever know these things. Okay. What did you think of Timber by Viv? I don't know what that is. CGP Grey video taught me virtually everything I know about how the UK works. Okay. Yes. I just remember having a conversation with someone that was dating um, someone that lived in the UK, and I asked them what country, and they said the UK, and I'm like, yes, but what country? And they said the UK is a country. I'm like, no, it's made up of 4 countries. So, so they're like, well, they're from London. I'm like, okay, so they're from England, and they're like, that's what I said. I'm like, no, England is part of the UK. It's not the entirety of the UK. Anyway, this is what I mean about the education system for Americans. It's not right. Anyway, that's a conversation for another day. I mean, I can say the same thing for us regarding American history. So, you know, that's the thing. Oh, don't get me started on how Scots are represented in movies either, unless they're movies actually made by Scots. The worst example being Braveheart. There's one Scottish person in that movie. One. Everyone else is either Irish or American or Canadian. Yeah, so it's also that entire movie was filmed in New Zealand. So there's that as well. I mean, most movies, like high budget movies anyway, that are based in Ireland or Scotland are filmed in New Zealand. The reason for that is you try making a movie in Scotland or Ireland, it just rains all the time. All the friggin' time. So you're better filming somewhere that has the landscape but not the weather, and the closest thing you can get in that description anyway is New Zealand. So let's draw Maddie. She's just kind of derping. Yeah. Flip a coin. Blah 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 blah. I mean, even Pixar's Brave, which is one of the worst depictions of Scottish culture I have seen in a long time, and it's mainly because it's the inevitable kilt joke, you know, and there's 3 kilt jokes in that movie. I'm like, why? Just why did you have to write that in? You were doing so well, and then you had to do the feast your eyes thing, which was part of the trailer promoting the movie, and then they did it again, like later on when the clansmen had to remove their kilts entirely, and I'm just like, why? Like, kilts are a ceremonial garment. They shouldn't be made into a joke, you know? Like, that's one of the conversations I had when we were having our wedding ceremony, and one of my friends said, oh, I want to go to a kilt shop to get measured for a kilt, and I'm like, yeah, don't do that, because first of all, you're a descendant from Ireland, and if you go into a kilt shop in Scotland and your name is Irish, they will not have a tartan to match your name. So then you would have to choose something else that wouldn't be relevant to your name at all. So because, like, tartans need to have some kind of correlation to your heritage. That's kind of the whole point. It's not a costume. It's not a costume. Like, it's not like a Renaissance fair. It's a real historic thing. So it's some of the, it's nobody's fault. It's the way that a lot of Scottish culture is represented, like I just said, about like just making kilts like, oh, it's a skirt. It's not a skirt. It's not even made the same way, but you know, it's made fun of a lot, and I mean, Scots make fun of themselves, but you had to explain why they couldn't just walk into a kilt shop and get measured for a kilt. Well, first of all, getting your own kilt made can cost anything between 800 to 4, 5, 6,000 quid. So they're expensive because they're made of lamb wool. Real kilts are made of lamb wool. So, yeah, usually. It's a Blissy. Hi Bliss. Hugs for you. Well, people were asking me on Twitter if I'm going to Everfree, and I'm like, no, sadly can't go this year. I really wish I was, because I miss your face. They found depictions of kilts being worn in ancient Egypt. Yes, because kilts are not just a Scottish thing. Kilts themselves originated from China, believe it or not. And, you know, as humanity developed, then the history of what is now known as the kilt developed into being a military thing, and then it was a way to identify what family you were from, and then it became a military thing, and no, it's not just a Scottish thing, because Irish kilts exist, and it's Africans have kilts as well. The name kilt means a lot of different things. I'm no expert here. I'm just talking from my own experience because it's part of my culture. So, yeah. Your face is small? Why is your face small? Your face is not small. You have a gorgeous face. Do what Iron Mouse did and have a little robot with a monitor on it. No, thank you. I'm not for all the gimmicky animated things thrown into the stream. I'm just keeping things simple. This is my face, and I'm talking to you guys. I'm just keeping it simple. So, yeah, I'm not going for all the bells and whistles that people throw into their streams. It's fine if that's what you want to do, but that's not what I'm going to do. Because I used to do stuff like that, and it just took up too much time. So, and yeah, I'm just not doing it. Okay, so this... We didn't put any music on. Okay, so... Ads will start showing for some people. Kilts are cool but too expensive. Yes, I still remember Silver wanted to get one. Yeah, we had to explain to Silver that wouldn't be possible. First of all, they were only there for 5 days, and it can take several weeks, if not over a month, to get a kilt made. It's a very complicated process. And, I mean, you can go into like a tourist place and try on the ready-made kilts there, but they're not real kilts. Like, they're not proper kilts. They're made for tourists. They're not the real thing. So the kilt shops that you guys walked past when you were in my hometown for the wedding, that is a proper kilt shop. And yeah, it's even when we were getting my husband fitted for a kilt, he's American, and but he knows his history when it comes to which clan he's from, etc., etc. Sadly, the tartan that did represent his family was not a colour I was happy with, so we didn't go with that, but we went for something else that was more appropriate, fitted in with the colour scheme of the wedding. If we had the time to visit Edinburgh, I could figure out a way to ship it and had the money, I would have gotten a claymore sword. Yeah, about that. I really wanted to show you guys Edinburgh, but you were only there for 5 days, which is just not enough time at all. And I would have loved to have been able to do stuff with you, but obviously with the wedding stuff, I couldn't really show you guys around as much as I would have liked. Unlike last time you were over. So, where did you see the claymore? Claymore swords, there's a place called the Knight's Vault in Edinburgh on the Royal Mile, and they make replica weapons of historical significance, as well as weapons depicted in movies and video games. So they have several different versions of the claymore that were shown in movies and video games, as well as real historic weapons as well. And you can handle these weapons. I'm not sure on their policy for that after COVID, but I'm pretty sure you can. They show you how to hold it so it's safe. You can't like swing it around or anything. I mean, the store itself is tiny, but these are people that not only make swords, but they know how to sword fight as well. So they know how to look after these weapons. They're not foam swords, they are real weapons. So they are heavy. They're not made of aluminium either, they are real weapons. Claymores are huge, yes, they are massive. Claymores are two-handed swords, great swords, and yes, they are huge. You did hold one. I have a photograph of you with it somewhere. One of me as well. You got to see Loch Ness, and you got to take some of its water. Got a picture with Nessie. You're happy. I'm glad you're happy. I really wish I went with you to Loch Ness, even though I've done it plenty of times. But I think it was mainly just to see you guys enjoy the sights, but I had other people I needed to look after as well, so I couldn't be in two places at once. Oh no, I won't share the pic. It's fine. Claymores are not only £5. They shouldn't be that heavy. They are heavy. Like real claymores, real proper claymores are heavy. Not like Dragon Slayer heavy or anything, but like, you know, they can be. Well, anime swords is a different thing altogether, because a lot of them go down the fantasy route. So we're talking like real swords here. And if you're only like 5'1" like I am, like these swords can be like, some of them can reach up to like over 6 foot depending. Maybe not that long, but they can reach that length, some of them, depending on what kind of claymore you have. If it's an actual weapon, then fine, but if it's decorative or ceremonial, then it's a different thing altogether. Anyway. Yeah, the handle was up to your chest, yeah. Okay, so there's Maddie and Mary. Mary is trying to hypnotize Maddie, but somehow managed to hypnotize herself. How? She's Mary Sue, she can do anything. It's a paradox. And we just did the pony versions because I never got an answer to which one she wanted. So they wanted. So there we go. Maddie and Mary. So we are taking super chat requests today for doodles and things. This is the first one. If you want to order super chat doodle, click on the super chat button, funnily enough. So, and throw some money my way and I can draw something silly and fun for you guys. I'm also open for commissions, and you can find my price list in the description below for that. I think the only rules I have for the super chat is please keep it safe for work and keep it simple as well. These are meant to be just fun, silly doodles, you know. Super chat man. Okay. And a master code has entered the chat. Did you ever watch any old cartoons with the hypnosis gag? It was nearly everywhere, like Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, etc. Yes. And I did a quote earlier from a movie called The 12 Tasks of Asterix. And in that one, there's a hypnotist which tries to hypnotize Asterix and fails. And that is the first time I saw anything to do with hypnosis as a kid. So, that didn't involve like a thing that was purely just staring into their eyes. So, that was kind of creepy. I have the DVD set of the first 6 movies, and there's 10 animated Asterix and Obelix movies now. And the frustrating thing about this set, it's a Region 2 set, so that is UK and Europe release. And one of the movies is called Asterix and the Big Fight. And when I first watched that movie, it had a British English dub, because these movies are French and dubbed into other languages. So the British English dub is fantastic because it has Brian Blessed doing the voice of General Chaos, sorry. And for some reason, the DVD set has an American dub, but every single other film which was dubbed into English has a British English dub. So, yeah, I've been asking several times, or Honeydew, which version you wanted, but I never got an answer. So I just drew the pony versions. It's very weird, because, like, the English dub is so good, and then translating French comedy or European comedy into American English, they just don't get the timing of the comedy right. And I guess the best way to illustrate this without being a total douche is that, you know, a lot of friends of mine that are Americans, they quote from Monty Python. But when they do the quote, they don't quote in their American accent, they do it in a British accent. So then they get the timing and the tone right. But that wasn't in dollars. Thank you for your donation. Wait, what is that? I can't quite. Yeah, it's like 5 USD. Okay, thank you for your donation. I'm not seeing a drawing request though. What is your request? Oh, the Yaros family. I hope I've said that name right. Hello, I love your art style. Thank you. Scared the bejeebus out of me. Yeah, no, that it's like currency conversion rates are a very interesting thing. Just my cat doing anything you like. Your cat. Okay, it will be a cat. It can't be your cat. It will just be a cat. Can you be a bit more specific? I do have a rule that like no OCs and no, it can't really be anything specific to you, because I would need a picture and that would be more of a commission thing. But I could do like just a cat thing. It can't be an OC though. So what do you want the cat to be doing? It would be like any cat's fine. Okay. Oh, cat doing love. Okay, we can do that. If that, well, sorry, that wasn't Charlie that said that, but that, like, we could do a cat doing a loaf. Lazy Saturday, do the Garfield loaf thing. It's kind of cute. Loaf, 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 loaf. Yes, loaf. Loaf. Cat do a loaf. There we go. Cat do loaf. What about this thing where I give cats like big cheeks? I don't know where that came from. It's probably watching too much Disney stuff. cat loaf and other breads. Yes, cat loaf. It's a grumpy cat. Very grumpy cat. Can't draw today. Paw beans? Yes, paw beans. Cats are just cute. This kind of looks like my cat. My cat is a grumpy diva. She's... Okay, so, story time. I won't go too far with this, because, yeah. But I had friends over in Scotland for the wedding, and they came to my parents' house where my cat is, and Dr. Wolf, being a cat person, was petting the cat, and I'm like, okay, I think she's had enough now, and he's like, it's okay, I have cats, and then, yeah, she scratched Doc right across his hand. Yep. My cat scratched my favourite YouTuber. That's great. She got him good. Yes, she really did. He was, like, he wasn't bleeding, but he was beating, you know? Like, there was red spots down his hand. So, he did not listen. No, he didn't. He paid the price. Yeah. Love the guy dearly, though. So there we go. No, it wasn't gushing. It was just like a red scratch across the hand, like 2 lines. I kept asking if he needed a band-aid, and he said no. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Right. No, I don't think anything phases that guy at all. Oh, lordy. Okay, there we go. Cat loafing. Cat loaf. His expression said worth it. Yes. And Lady Wolf, when I told her that my cat scratched Doc, and she said, that's tortitude for you, because my cat's a tortoiseshell, and they have 2 cats, and they're tortoiseshells too. So she said, oh, that's tortitude for you. And I think Doc said something about having a souvenir to remember his trip. Most people buy souvenirs. Doc gets war wounds. Oh god, I miss that guy. Okay, that was great. Alright, so cat loaf. Cat loaf. We have a cat loaf. Alright, so, you know what? You can't be in the same layer as that. You need to be in a separate layer. Cut, edit, paste. Okay. Thank you for the donation. Alright, so what else will we talk about today? Buying a souvenir for him. I know! I bought something for him too. I'm like, bring something home. Yeah, well. I was just glad that people were there, so. I know about Simon's cat, yes. I don't think there's a lot of people that don't know about Simon's cat. It's very, very popular in the UK. It's huge in the UK. Well, I didn't buy a thing for him. I bought a thing for Lady Wolf. Because there was something that he was looking for her, and he didn't find it. So I bought something for him to take back to her. Didn't find something for him, though, but that's... He's not wired that way. So, yeah. It's fine. I relate a lot to Simon's cat cartoons. Simon's cat cartoons it's very cute. It's very relatable. And it's very simple, but it's also very it's not really a rip-off of Garfield, but it's very heavily influenced by Garfield for sure. Excuse me. The only difference being that Simon's cat doesn't talk. I don't think we... Did we ever learn the name of the cat? His name's not Simon. It's Simon's cat. So, yeah. Exaggerated, cartoony, yeah. Mm-hmm. And about my cat, it's not the first time that she scratched somebody. She scratched my husband several times. Well, several times, like twice. She's a grumpy diva. So, yeah. Gaturo. Never heard of that. Yeah, we never learned the name of Simon's cat. Okay, so... You know, we could just doodle random crap. Just waiting for a super duper doodle chat thing. Super chat thing. Yay, that's the thing I'm trying to say. Oh, it's Spanish. I thought you said German. I'm dumb. Why did I think it was German? There's nothing in that sentence that has anything that makes up the word German, but somehow I saw German. I don't know. You just googled Simon's cat. Does the cat have a name? He has not been officially named, although writer Simon says that he is based on his own cat, Hugh. In the show, Simon has been hinted to call his cat Gilbert. Okay. Alright, yeah, I've watched this show for a long time and it's never shown in it, so... I mean, it's not really a show, it's just a collection of shorts, you know? Like, animated shorts. I know he's done a few, like, illustrated books and stuff as well. I used to have a Simon Cat calendar. This is several years old now. It's very cute animations, yes. Very cute. What the? There we go. Okay. So the super chat donations are... They can be anything. They can be Maddie and Mary related. They could be the cat loaf. They can be literally anything fun. Anything. They could be an IP character that you like. It can be a piece of fruit with a face. I don't know, just something silly, just something fun. But I mean, just hanging out in the chat is, you know, that support in itself as well. I appreciate people coming, hanging out, because I know people will have a lot better things to do. Yeah. Than sitting watching some loser draw stuff. Yeah. So what else have I been working on? There's several projects I'm working on right now, and they're all taking up a lot of my time. Who are you calling that? What? No idea. She makes noises when she jumps up or down and is very dramatic with food, very vocal. Yeah, your tuxedo cats. I think your cat is a tuxedo cat if they've got a little bit of white on them, but no guarantee of that. But you've also had your cat like when they were very young, and clearly they're very, very affectionate, and they were handled a lot growing up as well, so yeah, not all cats like to be handled. My cat definitely doesn't. So, I mean, she likes getting petted, but she will let you know when she's had enough. Oh, she's already almost 3? Goodness. Okay. I know what I'll do. I'll show you the Lorcana cards I got. I started a Lorcana collection.
Yeah.
I started a Lorcana card collection because I'm a nerd and nerds collect things. Lorcana card. So let's start with this one, which arrived today. Sadly, the person that I bought it from, I won't be buying from them again because their packaging leaves a lot to be desired, and I almost tore the card. Nerd. Yeah, nerd. So here's this one. See if it shows up on the camera. I don't know. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, this is what I should be looking at. There. Okay. So there's this one. I was looking at the wrong camera window. That one is called Hercules Hero in Training. No need to call IXII. I have no idea what this card does. It doesn't actually say. So I don't play the game, I just collect the cards because I really like the art on them. And I follow a lot of the artists that make the stuff for Lorcana. So that one's fun. This next one arrived today in much better packaging, but it's still got the blue tape all over it. So yeah, it's... This one is... If I take it out of the pocket carefully, there we go, is a Hades card, because Hades is my boy. Hot-headed ruler. This card is called Call the Titans. Brothers, Titans, look at you in your squalid prison. Who put you down there? Yes. Poetry. So there's that one. And then this one, which is probably my favorite. There is another version of this concept that I want to get. Oops. This is also in a holder which still has blue tape on it, so I have to take the card out. This one is Hades, King of Olympus. So the interesting thing is that the art for this one, if you see, his hair is actually a gold aura. And if you've read any of the Disney fanfics, you'll understand why that makes me geek out so much. But also, in the TV series, there is an episode when he does become Zeus. And the design that they gave him for that, in that episode, is terrible. It's so bad. So this is a lot better. Because it actually correlates to a lot of fanfics. That right, oh, Hades has fire for hair because that's his godly aura, which somehow ended up concentrated on his head instead of covering his entire body. And some people have where's the pocket for this? What the heck? Oh, I've put it in the... No, where's the... Oh, that didn't come with one. That's why. I'm dumb. Yeah, there's fanfics that say that when the three brothers separated the cosmos, you know, Zeus got the skies, Poseidon got the seas, and Hades got the underworld. They were like, initially before he went to the underworld, he looked just like all the other gods. He had an aura that covered his entire body, but then something happened in the underworld that caused his aura to only be on his head. So all of the fire is his godly aura. So when you see Hades as Zeus and his hair, so to speak, is gold and glowing, it's like that's his godly aura, but it's not fire anymore. It's a literal aura that's still concentrated on his head. It makes me geek out because of the fanfics and anyway. Next one I've got is Infernal Schemer, which has an interesting design for his costume, or his outfit, or whatever you want to call it. He's got to have a weakness because everybody's got a weakness. is there a downside to this? When you play this character, you may put chosen opposing characters into their player's inkwell face down. This is your intervention. I'm concerned you're addicted. Hey, I only have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. That's not an addiction. It's a collection. So this one I have 2 of, and the reason for that is one of them is foil. I don't have any enchanted cards yet. This one is Hercules' beloved hero, Bodyguard. It's not an addiction yet. Okay. Bodyguard, this character, sorry, better show you guys. There you go. That's the foil one. The camera does not do it justice at all. It's a very pretty card. Bodyguard, this character may enter play exerted. An opposing character who challenges one of your characters must choose one with Bodyguard if able. Resist +1 damage dealt to this character. Sorry, resist +1. Damage dealt to this character is reduced by 1. There you go. I'm just feeding the obsession that I have with Hercules. There's a card missing. There is a card missing. Yes, there is. Okay. Oh no, it's just covered up. That's stupid. That's the 2 I've talked about already. I've talked about that one. That one. Yeah, I've talked about all of them. Okay. That's not a problem. I thought I muted you. eBay, I thought I muted you. What the heck? How am I still getting notifications when my phone is muted? What the heck? I don't know what's going on. If you online peoples with your obsessions clings to Sam and Max games, my precious, yeah. Hypocrite. Telling me off for my obsession. I don't have a problem, leave me alone. I don't have an entire bookshelf dedicated to Hercules or anything. No, I don't. And it's not right over there or anything. No, you're not going to get to see it. It's only one shelf. It's not that exciting. Shall I call Doc? No. I don't want to get into trouble. The eyebrow raise is audible. The eyebrow raise of disapproval. Maybe get Tarek on it too. No. For all we know, the guy's lurking. Hope not. No, people have better things to do. No, they better not be lurking. Although, I did post a link to the stream in the Discord thing, so I'm like, huh. Kind of screw myself over there. Gonna get into trouble. So, you know what? I'm going to open a commission that I need to be working on anyway. So, while we're waiting for super chat, excuse me, I better not be coming down with a cold or a flu or something. We're going to be working on this character for a little while until we get a super chat donation. So I need a thing open. I need to look up the colors that this commission needs to have. You know, it's a good thing that I watched all of Star Trek Prodigy within the space of 2 days and avoided Twitter like the plague. Although people don't avoid plagues, we learned that during the COVID lockdown. Avoided it like a thing that should be avoided. I don't know. Who dat? It's unfair to the plague. Who's that? It's an OC. and I think they're oh dear lord, that's okay. I don't know if I can make that pattern. Also, she's not wearing glasses. Okay, wherever. I will try my best with this. So it's right there, I think. I am not a cartoon. I know. I am not a cartoon. I have a face. Avoided like a stinky relative. I don't know enough of my relatives. I know hardly any of them. So, there we go. That's what being estranged is. Anyway, that's the topic for another day. Thank you for dropping by, Blissy. Hope to chat to you later. Okay, there we are. That's a bit too dark. Maybe just brighten up a little bit. It's not that much different, but it works. Indiana Jones wants to avoid a snake pit. You know, I'm not an Indiana Jones fan. I've seen all of the movies apart from the most recent ones, and the reason I have a thing about melting faces or anything happening to someone's face that's violent, I can't handle. And Indiana Jones is the reason for that. Because I think I watched those movies way, way, way too young. So it's just not something that I like. Well, no, I don't think anyone likes seeing that kind of stuff. But I mean, I can't. It grosses me out. It is just so, ugh, do not like. No, do not like. So she is wearing a hair band thing, but her hair is going over the top of it. Ugh, why is it like that? Okay, there we go. So we're just doing this now. I really hope I'm not going to get into any trouble with this. I don't have a problem. Shut up, leave me alone. I like Hercules stuff. What's wrong with that? There's worse and far worse things to be obsessed with. No, I haven't seen any of the recent Indiana Jones movies. The last one I saw was Crystal Skull, and that was awful. So bad. I did not enjoy that movie at all. You know what? The headband is blue as well. Okay. So. No. I'm not colour picking. I'm looking at the reference they've sent me and guessing and hoping that I'm accurate as possible. Purely because I don't want to import the reference into Photoshop while I'm live streaming. So, it's purely because I don't know who did the art of this, and if I don't know who the artist is, then I can't promote them. So that's why I'm not sharing it, the reference art here. It's not owned by the person that's commissioning me, I don't think. I don't think they drew it. At least they didn't say they did, but they didn't say they didn't either, so I'm not sure. So I'd rather just play it safe and not promote it. So that's why I'm not doing that. Okay, it does look like she's wearing a hat though, with how big her hair is. Whatever, it's fine. Boom, 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 And boom. You vaguely remember not liking Crystal Skull. Yeah. I don't know many people that did like Crystal Skull. Okay. I made the mistake of looking at Twitter while I'm streaming and I'm just seeing crap. Yeah, I was talking about Star Trek Prodigy, and you know, it's a good thing I watched it within the span of 2 days because people aren't using the spoiler tag and they're posting stuff, and this is barely, not even a whole week. Like, it was released on Monday and this is Saturday and people are posting spoilers left, right and center. So I'm like, that's quite inconsiderate. Have you watched any of The Acolyte yet? Nope, and I don't really intend to. I've had a few people tell me I should watch it, but frankly, I'm not a Star Wars fan, so I think I can live without it. Also, like, the season 2 of Prodigy, Star Trek Prodigy, was released around the same time as Acolyte, and I think I need some time to process everything that happened in that show. Don't want to talk about it in a live stream because that would spoil it, but basically, if you've been a fan of Star Trek since the 90s, this will answer a lot of questions and fix a lot of writing issues as well. And yes, check it out. Please check it out. It's so good. Don't worry, Maddie, Star Wars fans don't like Star Wars. Tell me about it. Oh, you watched Prodigy, really enjoyed it without giving any spoilers. What was your favorite episode? I don't remember them name by name, but I don't know how I can say it without spoiling stuff. So I don't think I can say. How long does dyeing my hair take? It can take up to 5 hours. Yeah, it's a big job. 5 hours. So if I have to dye my hair, it has to take a day. Because it's not just because of the colour, it's because of the length. The length of my hair, because I don't cut it, I only trim it, so it grows quite fast. So my hair is like, well, it's up in a bandana right now, but it's like stupid long. It's, I would say it's like almost to the base of my spine with how long it is. So when I get it coloured, I have to bleach the roots, and that in itself can take a long time. So you have to do that, and then you have to wash the wash the bleach out, then wash it, then dry it, and then apply the blue dye, and then let that develop, wash that out, and then blow dry it again. So it can take a while because I have a lot of hair. It's long and it's also thick. Ha ha ha, giggity. So it's a big job, basically. It's a big commitment. This hair color I don't like. Let's make it a bit darker. It's kind of looks a bit grey. Don't like it. No, I think it needs to be more like almost black. That works. Okay. Yeah, it's a big job. I don't like calling it Disney Star Wars or Disney Marvel. I just call it Star Wars or Marvel. I used to play Minecraft. I don't really play it anymore. Okay, so we're not going to colour her eyebrows. There's no point. I think this is just a flat colour sketch. I wish I could get my hair long, but I don't have the genes. It's why my Yossi has the long blonde hair I always wanted. Yeah. my character has blue hair because I have blue hair. But I think if I changed my hair, she would keep her blue hair. I've always wanted blue hair, and then I got to the point where I was able to do it because, well, I was self-employed, so I'm like, oh hey, I can have my hair however I want. Let's go blue. And it's been blue for a while. I changed it in 2019. I got it all cut off and had it blonde for a while. Purely because I just wanted to start over again, because I got sick and tired of how long it was. I'm almost getting to that point again now, where my hair is too long. It's such a big job to maintain it when it's this color, and washing this hair is a job in itself as well, because the color bleeds a lot. So then on top of washing it, and then you have to clean up the aftermath of that, because I swear to God, after I wash this hair when it's just been coloured, my bathroom looks like I killed a Smurf. Everything is blue. So both me and my husband have to scrub the bathroom, because we just rent an apartment. We have to like scrub the bathroom from top to bottom to get all the blue out. It does come out eventually. It's just a job. Would I want Maddie's volume of hair? I have her volume of hair. It's just right now it's all in a bandana to keep it off of my face while I'm working. I have so much hair, it's not even funny. It's not something I should complain about. But I mean, it's not as thick as it used to be, but good lord. There's a lot. Your message on Discord. Ugh. Answering your question. Bastard. I was literally typing my response, and here's you like, oh, I'm just gonna drop into the stream now. Like, ugh. Boy. I didn't call you anything. Somebody's throwing stuff. I didn't do nothing. You can't prove anything. Wait, yes you can, because playback's the thing. Damn it! My neighbors, ladies and gentlemen, are stompy, stompy, stompy. Because it's summer, so all the kids are home from school and, you know, all that wonderful stuff. So we're getting all of the noise. I'm like, okay. Apartment living. It's great. It was her, officer. It was her. Okay, so I don't want the suits to be the exact same color as the bandana or the wrap, whatever it is she's wearing. So I'm just bringing it down. And this suit that she's wearing will be, it will have other stuff on it, so I need to be careful. Oh, the new Metroid Prime. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, that could be it, but I need to get my Switch back from Scotland first. And a certain friend of mine is not responding to messages on Discord, so I'm like, huh, okay. I don't know what to do about that. I'll figure something out. It's honestly not something I need right away. It's not a need, it's a want. It's just the fact that I only had that Switch for like a month and then I left it in Scotland, and so I'm like, oh man. And I know it's just in the beta test stages right now, or early access, or whatever it's called. No, I'm not leaving it to you. I'm going to get Meg to get it for me. Because, Chris, I love you, but my parents don't know you, but they know Meg, so she get it. And then get the Switch to you. But we can discuss that elsewhere, not in a live stream. Okay. I appreciate it, but yeah. Parents be parents. She can pass it to you, yes. If I can get her to respond to my messages. Women. Okay. So anyway, cheese, I like it. Discuss. You have ideas. You have ideas. Yes, you do have ideas. Good lord. Do you know, I don't actually remember ever completing any of the Prime games. I just remember playing them to death because I loved them so much, but I don't remember actually finishing any of them. But when it comes to gaming, I'm not a completionist, so it's fine. Like, if I don't complete a game, it's not going to drive me nuts. I know it's just something I can go back to. I'm very much a sandbox gamer, so yeah. If I can just explore an environment, that's why I love like Metroid Prime so much, because you can just take your time with that one and explore the environment you're in. There's a lot of circling back in Metroid games, but I actually like that, especially in the 3D ones, because they're just so damn pretty. Yeah, they can be pretty scary, those games, but you know, that's kind of what I like about them. Especially Prime. Like, if you've never played a Metroid game before, and the first one you play is Prime, yeah, Prime is basically like, it has so much in common with the Alien franchise. It's not even funny. Like, the Metroids themselves are very much like the facehuggers in what they can do. In design, they're completely different, but it's kind of the same, similar vibe. I mean, tell me I'm wrong. No, yeah. Nothing like that. I don't live at my parents' house anymore. That's the thing. But anyway, we're moving on from that. Today's the birthday of the original voice actor for Crystal from Star Fox Adventures. I did not like that game. It felt like they were trying to make Star Fox into, like, similar to Spyro, and I'm like, Star Fox is not like Spyro. The original Star Fox game was absolutely brilliant. I loved that game. And then Adventures came along and I'm like, this doesn't feel like a Star Fox game at all. It just doesn't. So I did not enjoy it. And Crystal felt like furry bait. Sorry, but it did. So, yeah. Not for me. Dropped off that franchise, I'm afraid. Which is a shame, because it was one of my favourite games growing up. Okay, so, making progress with this. A reminder for everybody, we are taking donations for, super chat donations for Doodles. We've done 2 today, so far. 2. So one of Maddie and Mary hypnotizing each other. Mary's hypnotizing Maddie, but somehow manages to hypnotize herself. And then we did a cat loaf. If you would like to request a drawing, you can use the Super Chat donation link. Rules for the Super Chats can be found in the description below. Please keep them safe for work and simple. Please, no OCs. If you want an OC drawn, I would appreciate it if you ordered a commission instead. You can find Links to my prices in the description below. If you have any questions at all, let me know in the chat and I'll do my best to answer the questions. Right now I'm working on a commission, so which I should have had done yesterday, but yesterday was a day. I needed a rest day. I really did. Probably gonna have another rest day tomorrow as well. So yeah, because I did not sleep last night much at all for reasons. So I'll be fixing that tomorrow. Hopefully. Hopefully. So I'm just doing this the old-fashioned way. I could do the magnetic tool or the selection tool thing and just use the fill tool, but I kind of I prefer doing it this way. I don't know. I just like doing it this way. It's more time consuming, but I don't care. I really don't care. It feels like doing it the traditional way. I think that's what it is. Sometimes I think people rely too much on a lot of the conveniences of what digital art programs can do. Sometimes. Yeah. You are going to be busy with your new job. I really hope that it works out, because I just hope it works out for you. Okay, let's see. Oh, went over the line. Big mistake. Make it bigger. There we go. It's very warm in the office today. Wow. Very, very warm. Well, you can still be friends with them. Just because you're not working with them anymore doesn't mean you have to stop being friends. You can stay connected with them, surely. Okay, there we go. This is it, you might get to see them more often. Hopefully. 5, okay. It's coming up to 5. I think I had lunch around 1:30. Something like that, so I need to stop for food soon. You have a lot of trips that you want to save up for. Yes. If you make it to Ciderfest, I plan on going to that, but nothing's set in stone. But I really, really hope it works out for me to go. But if it doesn't, that's fine. I'll live with that. I'm not getting to Everfree this year, even though a certain bird thought I was. They kind of made the assumption I was, but I'm like, no, I'm not going this year. I have a wedding to pay off, so that's what I'm doing. So missing out on trips. Not a lot, just some big ones. I'm only keeping Ciderfest in Japan on the cards, and that's it. Alright, fair enough. And I have 4 days to wait until I know if there's certain convention, a local one, that I hope to get a table at, and if I get a table at that, then fantastic. But if not, I'll make other arrangements. But it will definitely help to pay off a lot of things if I get the table, and if I do well there. Because you never know, like vending at conventions, you never know if they're going to work out or not. So And sometimes, like, smaller conventions, you can still make money at as a vendor because they don't ask for as much for a table as the bigger events do. But if you pay more money to be at a bigger event, you've got more chance to make more money because there's a bigger footfall. But I mean, I've been at conventions where it's like almost 10,000 people and not made anything. So you like, numbers do not guarantee sales ever. So you can't make these assumptions. Oh, there's a lot of collector's items I want. One of them I managed to get a few weeks ago because someone was selling it for like a fraction of what it was worth. And I'm like, are you sure? They're like, yes, absolutely. Just want rid of it. I'm like, oh, okay, great. And it was in brand new condition, like barely been touched. So I was a happy Maddie. Happy Maddie. Happy Maddie noises. Yes, it was a Hercules thing. Shut up. Speaking of, I will be getting Josh Keaton's signature on my VHS of Hercules in a few weeks. And I've decided to fork out the extra money to get Jodie Benson's signature. I'm like, why not? It's the only one I seem to be excited about. Apart from Will Wheaton. I forgot. So, okay, yeah, no, I'm backtracking now because I'm like, now it is between Jodie Benson or Will Wheaton. Reasons I can't release because it will be a spoiler for a thing. So, yeah. Damn it. But Trekkie fans will understand why Will Wheaton is so important to me, because he essentially played the Mary Sue of Star Trek, Wesley Crusher. So, oh, yes. So now I'm like, what do? Do I get Jodie Benson's signature, the voice of Ariel, or Will Wheaton? Wheaton! I know you need Josh Keaton, yes, and I'm getting a signature for you because I asked if it's possible to get two things signed, and people, they said yes, but you have to pay for it twice. I'm like, yeah, that's fine, I'm happy to do that. My question was, do people limit it to one signature per person? That was the thing I was wondering. And so far, no one has said anything that says you can only get one signature. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. What color is her shirt meant to be? I mean, Tara Strong's going to be there. And as much as I would have loved to have gotten her signature, I have a big issue with her attitude toward AI generated imagery. And for someone that works in her field, she should know better. So I'm like, I don't really want to give her money purely for that reason. I know that is ridiculously petty, but I'm like, no. Sadly, no. I'm sure she's a wonderful person, like, to talk to and meet at these things, but her double standard when it comes to AI content, I'm like, no. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Okay. I don't want to say anything nasty about her. I've never met her. I just don't agree with her stance on certain issues, and I don't want my money to go in her pocket. Let's leave it at that. Okay, so the shirt, I can't quite tell what color the shirt is. That's annoying. I mean, we could just make it a lighter color, I guess. Let's... Yeah, anyway, cheese. Oh, I know her best as one of the... She voiced Harley Quinn for a while. She wasn't the first voice actor for that, but she did that for a while. And then, obviously, all the stuff she's done in a lot of cartoons, Teen Titans, My Little Pony, and all of that crap. But, I just don't really consider it worth it. Also, just her signature is almost $100. I'm like, no, no, just no. Anyway, or Honeydew, you've given me another donation. Thank you, $5. Bleach's Rangiku. Sorry, this sounds. I don't know Bleach. That's a bit overcomplicated for a super chat doodle. Can you suggest something else? Yeah, that is one of the rules of the super chat. Keep things simple, and that's a little bit too complicated for a $5 drawing. Sorry. Okay. There's a little bit more contrast needed here. That's a bit too close. So bring that up. That's better. Okay. I'm playing the most Star Trek game that has nothing to do with Star Trek. What's the game? There's a few games that I could cover, but yeah. Which game is that? Don't you dare to say Star Trek Online. No Man's Sky. Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to say. Yes. We've been streaming this entire time without any music. Do people want music? I mean, it's going to be license free, so, but if people want music, then fine. I like music. I like some burritos. Okay. We can do that. Let me just finish doing this bit and we'll do it. What genre of music do people want? What are people in the mood for genre-wise? Because you can't request specific songs because it has to be license-free stuff. So let's go with genre. Do you mean Reggie? You like jazz? I do like jazz, funnily enough. Meme jokes aside, I do like jazz. More specifically, acid jazz. Jazz could work. Okay. People are saying jazz. Alright, I'll go with jazz then. Yeah. License free jazz music. I'm doing acid jazz. Royalty free. This should work. Let me know how the audio is. Is the music up loud enough? You're not high right now. Okay. You don't have to make another donation to make another request. I'm just asking if you can tell me something else that would be simpler to draw than your request or a honeydew, because your request was a bit too complicated. Like, I managed to do like the whole Mary Sue and Maddie thing being hypnotized because those are my characters, but I don't know. I know what Bleach is. I've just never watched it, so I'm not familiar with the characters at all. So that would mean that would take time for me to research it and find a reference for the character. And knowing anime like Bleach, the character designs are stupid complicated. So, and I don't draw in an anime style. So yeah, I'd rather draw something else. So if you could suggest something else, that would be awesome sauce. Thank you. Well, nope, I was right the first time. Okay. Get rid of you. Yep, I've missed a lot. Okay. So even when you use the magnetic tool, sometimes it misses parts. I'd say my line work is sharp, but it's not closed as people would, as it's called. And when I say that, it means like there's no solid shape. Like a good example would be right here. This line doesn't intersect that line, so that means it's open. So when I add the color, it's going to bleed out. So that's another reason why I just prefer doing it this way. You could increase the tolerance of the magic selection tool. Yes, the magnetic tool, you can do that, but I'm just not doing it. Because I am a creature of habit. Definitely a creature of habit. Like, if it was from an IP I know and I'm familiar with, then yeah. I'm not sure if you're hearing what I'm saying, or because I'm asking you to request something different and you're not typing what your request is. So, Aura Honeydew, if I'm saying your name right, please can you change your super chat request to something more simple? There we go. I'm just vibing to the music now. I've heard this song before somewhere. Same thing, but with Enid from... I don't know what that is either. Sorry. Just assume that if it's I mean, oh, I do know what OKKO is, but I've not seen it, so I don't know it. So it's like I don't feel right about drawing something that I've not watched, you know. There we go. Okay. When it's different when it's a commission for an OC, because if people have a reference image of the character already, then I can draw that no problem. For a commission, that's fine, but the super chat donations are meant just to be for like silly doodles, like silly quick doodles, and emphasis on silly. but simple. It's meant to be something I can draw quickly in very little time. If I was a better drawer and a more patient person, I probably would be able to draw that really fast, but because it's from an IP I'm not familiar with, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Hey Maddie, sorry for being late. I was busy watching Star Trek the original series. Oh no, how dare you, Deadpool fan. How dare you watch Star Trek? Like, the original series. The OG, the best. The one that started it all. Yes, how dare you. No. I don't care. I'm not worthy! Hey, I hope you're doing okay. That's funny. Alright, there we go. It's like, no, you're banned from the live streams. How dare you take time away from my stream to watch, like, my favorite franchise ever. Like, how dare you? The ghost of Marowak being accidentally summoned by a Ouija board. I'll draw Marowak. I'm not drawing a Ouija board. I will draw Marowak though. I'm happy to do that, but not Ouija board. For personal reasons. We can draw Marowak. I've done a lot of Pokemon art actually, and that does really well at conventions. So yeah. Okay, so we have a super chat thing pinned down. My apologies for saying no to ideas. The Ouija board thing is, like, yeah, I don't believe in using these things. Like, well, to not go down that road, frankly, Ouija boards are dangerous, and I feel like you should not tamper with something that can open doors to dangerous things. And, like, if you believe in that thing or not, it shouldn't be taken lightly. And that Hasbro made the Ouija board into a toy, and it's not a toy. It's really not. So it should be taken seriously, and that's why I'm not drawing a Ouija board. Like, I don't want to draw any kind of thing that correlates to spirituality, regardless of whether it's in line with my beliefs or not. I don't feel that's right, because to me that's commercializing your faith, and I don't believe in doing that. I don't think it's morally right to earn money making merchandise based on a religion or a belief system. That's why I really don't like spending money at Hobby Lobby, for instance, because they commercialize Christianity, and I have a big issue with that. I'm a Christian myself, and I just don't believe you should, do that. So anyway, I'm going down a road I don't really need to go down, but I'm just trying to explain why I'm saying no to Ouija boards. So, as a drawing topic. Why did I make an extra layer? We don't need to do that. Why did I do that? Distracted by talking about Ouija boards. Okay. Marowak is a very weird design. Like, what? Okay, I'm just making things up now. There we go. Oh, that's better. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay. The tail. What? How is that? Ugh. It's like he has a Lego hand, you know, like the fingers are all joined together in one piece. That's what the hands look like. That looks really weird to me. I'm like, that's not how hands work, but it's how Marowak's hands work, so alright, do it. Well, we can make the thumb come up a bit bigger. There we go, and the... There. Then this comes around like that. Okay. It's just the anatomy of some of the Pokemon. It's like doesn't really make sense, but it's Pokemon. It doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be believable. And it is, for the most part. It changes stuff a lot throughout the different reiterations, but you know, that's just how it is with these things. I can get rid of that. I need to draw more Pokemon stuff. Pokemon does... It is something I enjoy drawing, so I need to do it more often. There's just so much of it, you know? It's difficult to keep up with it now. I feel the same about crystal balls, sorry. It's the same thing. Yes, I'm drawing the actual Marowak. If I could draw his mouth, her mouth properly. Okay. Wow, that's an awful drawing. Okay. It's fine. We can fix it. There we go. Oh, that works. Okay, that's better. The way the hands, the paw works, it just doesn't look right. Draw my own version. Mix it up a bit. No. Alright, let's just keep it as the weird Lego hand. Pokemon's weird. Here's a little spike on his tail right there. There we go. Alright. My terrible doodle of Marowak. Absolutely awful. Oh boy. Okay. Let's add you to the... Oops. Add you to the super chat. Doodles. There. You are mentally exhausted, Joey? I'm so sorry. I is also. Okay. Mentally exhausted. And I have, after the live stream, I'll be working on, or starting to work on my cosplay for GalaxyCon. And I only have half an idea of what I'm doing for it. I know what the character is, but I'm doing my own take on it as a cosplay. So it's probably going to end up in disaster because I've not really made my own cosplay before, so... But I mean, that's part of the fun. Dragonite is cute. I'm being distracted. Oh. Oh. Wow. Sorry, I made the mistake of looking at Twitter again, and like Kate Mulgrew's at a comic convention right now in Germany, I believe. And I'm like kind of jealous. Okay. Stop getting distracted. Get back to the drawing. Drink. Withdraw cup, drink. It's like doing these random quotes from movies that aren't even like English just to confuse people. Like, what are the chances that I'll quote something from an English dub of a French movie and someone will actually get it? It's very unlikely. Oh, I had someone have an argument with me saying Pokemon is American. And I'm like, no, it's Japanese. And he's like, well, why is this show in English then if it's Japanese? I'm like, because it was dubbed into English. And he's like, they were like, no, it's an American show. Like, alright, you... In Storybook Land, maybe, but like, seriously? They honestly thought because it's the characters speak English, therefore that means it's American. And I'm like, okay, you do you, and I'll do me, and we won't do each other. To quote Markiplier. Okay. That's a good poem right there. That's old school Markiplier. Wow. Okay. I don't know what color your eyes should be. Just make them the same color as your hair. Why not? That works. Oh, the Tom Hanks Pinocchio movie is bloody awful. It's so bad. It's horrendously bad. I can't remember if I made a video on it or not, but that's how forgetful that movie is. I can't even remember if I made a video on it. Let me look it up. Or people in the chat can maybe tell me, hey, yes, you made a video about Pinocchio. I think I made a video about, no, I didn't make a video about, the Pinocchio remake. I made a video about, Pinocchio and the Emperor of the Night. That's like a 5-minute long thing. I do remember I made a video about another Pinocchio movie, but it's not coming up in my search thing, which tells me I didn't tag it properly. Wait. Yes, no, I didn't. Okay. I've seen the... Why are you still making noises? I muted you. eBay. Why? Just entertaining you all with my angry Maddie noises. Old woman shakes fist at phone. Like, why? No, I'm not looking at it. It's not important. I've seen Del Toro's Pinocchio and I made a video about that too. But for some reason, on my channel, when I type Pinocchio in the search bar, those two videos don't show up. So I'm like, okay, I've clearly screwed up my tags then. So now I have to go through it and find the thing. Still a joke. Oh, I didn't make a video about Del Toro's Pinocchio itself. I made a video complaining about the Oscars in 2023. That's what it was. Will you stop, phone? I don't know what to do about that. There it is. I mean, the video's even got Pinocchio in the title. Why are you not showing up in the search bar? Tags. Show more. I have PINOCCHIO in the tags for this video. But when I typed PINOCCHIO Pinocchio into the search bar in my own video thing, content, in the YouTube studio thing, it doesn't show up. That makes no sense. Anyway, I made a video about, what's this one called again? It's up. Why aren't you showing me the description? See the YouTube layout now? It's so screwed up. Why can't I read the description? It's an Italian version that was made in 1972. Did you see the Polly short? No. I didn't watch it. It was memed to death, and I'm like, okay, for meme culture, fine, people can watch it for a laugh, but I don't want to waste my time watching a movie I already know is just gonna be bad. Like, I don't see the point. Del Toro's version is my favorite version of Pinocchio. With this version that was made in 1972, the awkward thing is that this one has the same exact title when translated into English as another Italian retelling of Pinocchio, which is live action. So whenever you Google Pinocchio 1972, it's the live action version that comes up, not this version. So it took me a while to track this one down. That's my favorite, my second favorite. So it goes Del Toro, Italian Pinocchio 1972, then Disney's version, the original, from 1939, and all the others are kind of lumped together into one. So, yeah. Not a big fan of the live action retellings of Pinocchio. I don't think Pinocchio works in live action, in my personal opinion. Okay. I don't know why eBay is like making noises on my phone. When my phone, I muted the notifications, and when I go to eBay on my browser, there's no notifications, so I don't know what my phone's doing. It's going crazy, that's what it's doing. Okay, so reference time again. The most accurate one might be the one you mentioned. I think it came out in the 70s. It's difficult to say which one is the most accurate, because Pinocchio is not one story, it's several stories that were released like in chapters. So that's why every single retelling of Pinocchio is always so different, because that's... I'm just going off by what Reddit said. Yeah. I mean, there's being the most accurate to the source material, and then there's the one being the most entertaining in regards to a movie. The most entertaining is definitely Del Toro's Pinocchio, in my opinion. Just because something is accurate to the source material doesn't necessarily mean that it makes good visual storytelling. Difference between like being accurate and being faithful to something. I mean, for instance, like if you read if you ever read The Wizard of Oz, the movie itself is nothing like the book at all, or books, because there's several books. Anyway, I can't find the reference thing they sent me. Why? Because I'm looking at the wrong message. That's why. Shut up. Leave me alone. That stripe on the top does not match the bottom. So, yeah, I'm just going to make my own stripe that, to me, would make more sense from a design standpoint. Because if you're wearing a tracksuit, you would think that if it had a stripe pattern on the top of the suit, the stripe on the bottom would match the one at the top. And in this image, the stripes do not match. Might be just simple artist error there, but that kind of stuff really bothers me. Anyway, just complaining about nonsense now. Okay, one stripe. Two stripe. Let's just fill in the rest because it looks like it's meant to be that way. There we go. I have more fun with the Del Toro and the 1940s movies. They were fun, but the 1970s one was so dreary and miserable. Depends which one, because there were several released. I mean, Pinocchio is a miserable story. It really is. It's not a happy fairy tale. I mean, what fairy tale is happy? You know, it's they're stories of warnings of danger. Is it August 14th yet? No, not yet, I'm afraid. You looking forward to your convention trip thing? It's not Transworld you're going to, it's the other one. I really want to go to Transworld one day. And I think Midnight invited me to one a while back. And sadly I couldn't go because I had something else booked at the exact same week. So I couldn't go. And I was so gutted because I really wanted a chance to go. I don't think I'll ever get a chance to go to Transworld. Sadly. It's... By the 14th, you'll already be moved into your new place. And the new Sam & Max game comes out. Oh, okay. So, when do you go to... Midsummer Night's Dream is happening July 26th. So that's the same weekend as GalaxyCon. That's fun. Except that's in LA. GalaxyCon is in Raleigh. NC. So, yeah. I'm really excited for that. I'm going on the Friday. Just going for one day. I don't need to go for the full 3 days. Like, I don't see the point. Unless I'm working there, which I hope to next year. I really do hope to get a vendor table in the Artist Alley for that convention. The sad thing is, though, for GalaxyCon Raleigh, the Artist Alley, for some reason, is on a separate floor from the main vendor hall, which is really... dumb. But it's really small, and you can't really stop to look at stuff. Because other people, if it's really crowded, other people will want past, and they can't really walk past you. They kind of, you have to move with the flow of people. It's so annoying. But I still want to try to do it because it's a big convention. It's like almost 20,000 people go to this convention, so I'm like, that would be a good one to vend at. But, you know, I haven't vended at a con for a while, so I think the last one I did was Everfree. No, was it Everfree? No, I don't think it was Everfree. I did, Ciderfest. Did I do Ciderfest last year? I can't remember. Yeah, but I'm not doing Everfree this year. I have a wedding to pay off, so I'm not doing that one. And sadly, going from NC to Seattle cost around the same as a flight ticket from here to London. And I sadly did not make money at Everfree vending. I made quite a substantial loss, so I had to say no this year. If I would like to go to it again, but it would depend on who else from my friend group is going to make it worth my while, frankly. And if I can't get a vendor table, then I can't pay off what it costs to go to one of these events. So BronyCon was different because I was able to do those conventions knowing that I'd be able to make a lot of money, but with Everfree it just didn't happen. So, you know, sometimes you just have to say no. Do I want the belt to match the shoes or not? I would say yes. She did say she wanted boots, not trainers, which is weird. Why do people wear boots with tracksuits? Like, aren't tracksuits meant, you know, you're meant to wear them when you're working out, so you would wear trainers, right? Or sneakers, not boots. Or am I crazy? Or I'm just not, like, hip. It's like, hello, fellow kids. Do you want to go skateboards? I was called a boomer by somebody on YouTube, and I was like, well, first of all, I'm only 37, so I'm I'm not a boomer. Because a boomer is someone that was born in the baby boom after the Second World War. So that was someone that was born in like the 50s and 60s. Those are boomers. But people are like just saying, okay, boomer, for anyone that's older than them. And I'm like, oh, come on. But maybe it's just because I like knowing what things literally mean, not their urban dictionary meanings, but their real meanings. So then, like, I just hate that phrase, okay, boomer. I'm like, ugh, how dismissive is that, right? It's like someone says something that you don't agree with, so you say, okay, boomer. Like, what was that about? Come on. Anyway, I'm just going off on a tangent. You wear tennis shoes. Okay, yeah. I just wear shorts, but avoid denim when I work out. Yeah, don't wear denim when you're working out. That's a big mistake. I don't follow the fashion stuff, so I just follow the golden rule of don't be naked in public or else you'll be thrown in jail. Joy, I love you. Yeah. Let's just follow the rule and not like expose ourselves in public. I'm like, I just wear what I like. I wear what I'm comfortable in. I don't care about following fashions or seasons, whatever. I think people get so hung up on stuff like that, and it's like, oh, those shoes are out of season. I'm like, okay, so what? Who cares? Like, if you're really into fashion and you follow the seasons, like what's in fashion and what's not, then fine. Like, I admire the effort you put into that. For me, I just wear what I like. Whatever. I mean, I have blue hair, and I have tattoos, and I have piercings, and like some days I'll be like, yeah, I want to dress up, I want to wear a skirt, I want to wear a nice cute top and stuff, and just be all dolled up and nice and pretty. And other days I just want to go out in jeans and a t-shirt. So it's like I just go by what I feel. I think the only rule is, like, I know a lot of people do this, like, I will not go outside in PJs. Like, I've seen, like, you'll go to Walmart or whatever and people will be walking around in PJs and I'm like, no. PJs are for wearing in the house. PJs are for wearing when you're inside your own place and you're not going anywhere. Like, fine. But don't wear it outside. Thank you for dropping by, Charlie. You're welcome for the cat drawing. In defense of boomers, they had Jaws, 1975, Gilligan's Island, Hanna-Barbera, Star Trek the original series. I don't know if, how that is defending them, but yeah, they were lucky in that regard that they had that, but I don't know why that's significant to what I was saying, but okay. Yeah, I don't even remember why we started talking about boomers. Why did we start talking about that? I can't even remember. Brain fart, I swear. Just happens all the time. I'm being distracted by Twitter again, but I am looking at Twitter for a reason. It's for this commission. Okay. That's fine. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Okay. So, let's add the stripe here. I'm just keeping the stripe red. I could add more detail to it, but I don't really care right now anymore. Pretty sure this is just a flat color sketch. I don't think a lot of the stuff today is meh. I think it's that there's too much of it. And a lot of stuff that is genuinely good gets buried. or isn't given the same attention that it's not given the it's not getting the attention it deserves. It doesn't get promoted the same. Streaming culture has a lot to answer for that. But Prodigy, Star Trek Prodigy, for instance, oh my good lord, that's gone through hell when it comes to promoting. Like, Paramount just tossed it aside and said, no, we don't want to continue this anymore, and threw it away, but kept all the other Star Trek stuff. And even on the release of season 2 of Star Trek Prodigy by Netflix, Paramount had the audacity to promote all of the Star Trek movies they have on the same day. And I'm like, okay, so you're realizing your screw up because you sold Prodigy to the point that it almost got cancelled, but then Netflix picked it up and greenlit season 2 for it to finally be able to finish its story. And now, because it's exploded, they're realizing their screw up. Excuse me. So are trying to bank on its popularity by saying, hey, if you want more Star Trek, look what we've got. Is it because Prodigy is an animated series, which is only, as far as I can remember, only the third animated Star Trek series, because there's Lower Decks and then there's the original animated series as well. Is there only 3? Is that why? I have no clue. All I know is it's unfair, and because that is a great series, and I feel that a lot of people are writing it off because it's animated, and therefore, it's animated, therefore it's for children. I'm like, no, it's definitely more family friendly, but that's not because it's animated. It's animation is a medium, not a genre. So, I mean, animation can be for anyone of any age. It's not like, as Del Toro says, it's not a genre for kids, it's a medium for telling stories. And that can be for anybody, and it can be for any genre as well. So, I don't know, there's a lot of discrimination against animated content in Star Trek. I need to read into it more, but yeah, it's not right. She's cute, this character. She looks cute. Okay. Double check something. Flat color sketch. Okay, that's fine. It is a flat color sketch, so we're done with this now. Okay. Already signed, it's fine. JPEG. Color 1. It's there's a word. When you have an overabundance of something. Not a plethora. Oversaturated, that's the word I was looking for. Oversaturated with too much content. There's too much stuff. All of various quality. Not all of it good quality. Because especially Disney is just like wanting to own as many IPs as possible and get out as much content as possible. So therefore it's spreading itself too thin and it's not keeping up with demand. It's actually giving us back too much of what we don't want. No one asked for all these live action remakes. No one asked for how many new shows from Star Wars were released the last 2 years alone. Like, in my opinion, that's way too much. You know? Or Marvel is another example. It's I am all Marveled out, man. I'm so done. It's there's just too much of it. Keeping up with it all is exhausting. And then with DC, like the live action movies for DC are terrible, but the animated ones have been so good. They've been hitting them out of the park with every release. But because they're not getting theatrical releases, they're not getting the attention they deserve. So it's difficult. I mean, like Batman Ninja, for instance. Oh my god, is that an incredible movie? Like, but it's just not getting the attention that it really deserves, other than from the hardcore fans. It's not really one that you can market to a general audience, and that's the difficulty with a lot of DC stuff. It's definitely more for the fandom rather than Marvel's trying to appeal to a vast audience and always trying to like bring in new fans, which is great, but at the same time it's like, can you stay faithful to your already large fan base? I mean, Star Trek is my favorite franchise ever, but it has a similar issue with Star Wars, with it having just too much. Or like new fans will come in and be like, where do I start? And like someone asked me, what should I start with? And I'm like, well, like in my opinion, the best one to start with is Star Trek First Contact, because that movie tells the story of how the Star Trek Federation started. It dives deep into Picard's PTSD, but then if you don't watch Next Gen, you don't understand where the PTSD came from. So then you'd start with Next Gen, because Star Trek, the original series, is very much a standalone thing. You don't have to watch that to understand all the other Star Trek stuff. But at the same time, it's so iconic that characters from the original series are mentioned a lot in every single reiteration that comes after it. So yeah, you do kind of need to watch that as well to understand the significance of Kirk and Spock and Bones and all of those characters. It's just like with Star Trek Prodigy, there's so much in that was fan pandering, frankly, but at the same time, it's so well written that it just works, but it's still also not like, it's not leaving new fans behind either. There's plenty of stuff in it for new fans of Star Trek to enjoy as well, because they'll make references to stuff that happened in the past that you wouldn't know unless you watch other shows, but the jokes still work. It's difficult to get into it because that show it's not even been out a week yet, and I can't talk about it because I don't want to spoil too much of it. I'm just, it's still up in here, and I need to rewatch it. I enjoyed it so much. Anyway, circling back to the task at hand. See what happens? I just go off on tangents and then I forget what I'm doing. Alright. How do these colors look so far? We'll find out. There we go. Sent that one off to the client. Waiting for feedback now. An upcoming DC movie will have the last appearance of Mark Hamill Joker. Pray tell, because I thought he retired that character. Especially after Kevin Conroy passed away. Unless this was recorded before his death. But I'm pretty sure I thought the last appearance of Mark Hamill's Joker was The Killing Joke. Conroy recorded lines for a movie before he died. Can you tell me which movie this is? Because this is news to me. Crisis on Infinite Earth Part 3. Okay. My bad. Okay, so this will be the last time that... Okay. Alright. This shows how out of touch I am with new releases. This is what I'm saying. It's so difficult to keep up with stuff because there's just an oversaturation of stuff. And stuff isn't advertised the same way as it used to be. So, I didn't even know this was a thing. So, yeah. Okay. It's not that I don't believe you, it's that I didn't know this was a thing. That's what I'm saying. Alright, so that's done. So yes, saving until I hear back. So, we're just see if we get any more super chat requests, and if we do, great, and if we don't, then we'll probably end the stream soon, because I have been streaming for, that's the wrong window, I have been streaming for, if I can find the time for it. It's not showing me the time. What? Why aren't you showing me the time? What? What? Why aren't you showing me the time? OBS, you suck. 2 hours ago, thank you. Why isn't it showing up on OBS though? That's the thing. Why? See? Usually it shows up. Unless it's covering it. Oh. No. I have no idea. Okay, that's fine. I'm jealous of people right now at the con in Germany meeting Kate Mulgrew. I'm getting distracted by Twitter, but it's purely because we've not had super chat donation for Doodle, and I just finished the commission, so now I'm like, what do I do next? Because my next thing is my cosplay, and I don't want to stop yet. It's fine. What if we did I have no idea anymore. Being distracted by social media is fun. Won't divulge what happened in part 1 and 2 because I hate spoilers. Nobody likes spoilers. Nobody likes spoilers at all. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. That's fine. It's been a quiet day, and that happens sometimes. loaf. So this is, oops. Grip that together. Boom. Alright guys, we're going to end the stream here because it's getting a bit too quiet. So yeah, thanks for hanging out though. And I'll see you next time. Take care, stay creative and all that nonsense.